Welcome everyone to the 5th game in our league, and I'm facing Dennis in order to get our match in before it goes breaking knees again, or the likes, just like it did last season. Though my ladies are out to break some zombie spines today as he fields a team of Shambling Undead. So yeah, after the last game where we lost really deservedly from the Skaven team, as if, the ladies were out to get some revenge, serious revenge, so let's hope my claws pay dividends today and take down some of those undead smoothly to open the field and get some early scoring in. Both teams set up, only Fangs being the receiving end of a game in nice weather, though some culprits, I suspect those sneaky bosses from Skaven, stole 155k out of my treasury. The ladies immediately set to work trying to force a hole in his line as Tanya Virago sneaked across his lines. Cathy West made sure that the first casualty of the game as she smacked his white bug into the badly hurt box, and he failed his regeneration. However, this was almost immediately countered by the mummy, the canine child, who badly hurt Sabine pneumonia in return. The girls broke through his lines, but the ball just didn't want to stay in their possession, with his desperate defenses to stop them from scoring, losing valuable turns in the process. It all turned down into a huge scrimmage, barely squares away from his end zone, and the ball being driven even back towards the middle line as the girls kept smacking left and right. They recovered the ball, however, driving it back up towards the end zone as the other ladies took on a defensive stance for the ball carrier. And finally, shortly before halftime, Cathy West managed to score the well-deserved 1-0 at this point, the Undead only having crossed the midfield line once, and that was because I pushed them over that. Only Fangs set up in their patented femdom deployment for the short drive before halftime, but nothing really happened anymore. Once again adopting this formation, the second half was kicked off, the ball going to the left side of the field. The Undead shambled all around it, protecting their ball carrier from any crazed ladies that might rush forward and try to assassinate him. This resulted though in Peach Gardens badly hurting his star mummy, which he actually liked, as that would meant he would be safe to get his skill upgrade as a result, which frankly is the problem of my next opponent to face him, not mine. A big fight started to break out both in the center and on the left flank as a ghoul runner couldn't see a gap to sneak through, and as a result became almost completely boxed in. But almost is not completely, and a bunch of dodging undead later, go figure, both the ghouls had sneaked out towards the center of the field with the ball. However, the ladies were back fast enough, and while Tanya Virago had been badly hurt in all the throwing of punches, the girls smacked down the ball carrier. The ball now strongly in our possession, the Undead called it a day, and Dennis decided to withdraw his ghouls from danger. The muscle surrounding was too much and he didn't want to risk their limbs, focusing on minimizing his losses instead. Sabrina Sabak, however, decided to keep pushing on, and she caused the important third casualty at last. My claws did their work for sure, but the injury rolls didn't follow as suited to rake up star player points for her. We had one last chance to try and score a second goal for yet another league point, but the pass was failed by Peach Gardens, or there might have been a chance for Raven Black to take off with the ball. Alas, it was not to be, but a 1-0 victory was fine enough, consolidating me currently in 5th on the league table at 19 points out of my projected 28 needed to qualify for the playoffs. But tired of my money always being stolen and the fact that everyone will have inducements anyway against me once more for some reason this season, I decided to add my final line movement to the team. Welcome to the roster, Sophie Van Doom. Further purchases included 3 assistant coaches and a 3rd cheerleader, as well as getting a 4th reroll. Now let's just hope we won't get any expensive fatalities next game against the Dark Elves of Albert. Before going into a sort of a spring break where I won't be able to play for some time until, well, half near, maybe end of May, because there's a lot of big underworld tournaments and training there. And that brings us to our most viewed porn star. In a game of mostly close play and not too much spectacular things happening, the crowd returned to voting for someone they already admired in all her glory on the pitch. For the second time in her career, Abella Danger was studied the most by the oogling eyes of the fans this game. And so we are currently in 5th position, the 3 teams directly above me at 20 and 21 points, and a gap at the moment of 8 points to the first non-qualifying spot. I hope to get a few more points or even a win against those agile Dark Elves, but with Cathy West also getting tackled today, For 3 beastly women with that skill, I might be able to hold them off, and if dice permit, pound them through with the claws. And then see how I will shift in the rankings during my downtime in April and most of May before getting a few games in, hopefully around summertime, to place myself again for the playoffs this year. And that's it for this league game. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye. For watching this video, and if you want to support me, check out the link tree above for all my channels, so you can have a look there, or my affiliate links, so there's a little kickback to the channel for more content. And if you really like, you can always buy me a coffee. Thanks, and bye bye.